Okay, so now let's go and investigate the theory behind creating a good network, a network that is beneficial to you and you also beneficial to the network. Now let's talk about this Granovetter study. Granovetter in 1973 did a study in which he interviewed professionals in Boston and he asked them how they got the job. Now the interested part is 53% of them say that they got the job through a personal connection. Only 18% was through job placement or other kind of service. Now the interested part here is not that. The interested part is after he asked that question, he have a second question, and he wanted to know what kind of the connection was that person who helped to get the job. Here is the key. Of those that use a connection, only 16% of them were seeing that person once or twice a week. So there is a person who actually they have a relationship, there's a family or friend that they see every time. However, 56% mentioned that they saw that person more likely once every 6 months. So the frequency was less. The connection was actually weak. And then he created a weak tie theory. That what he discovered is more likely the person who you have a connection but no strong connection will be the person that will help you to find a job or to leverage your career. Now, how is this happening? This is happening because the redundance of information. The person that you have a strong connection will be a person who have almost the same information and the same knowledge that you have. The person that you have weak connection will have other information that will be useful for you. Now, that was in 1973. He redid the study in 1994, and then he found the same thing. And then the important part here is he concluded that as long we need to work, the most important is the social capital, and there is no change because the technology or anything. There is no change on how we should manage our social contacts. And now will be the same with the social media. Now let's do an example. Suppose there is two people and they just graduated and they want to be a teachers. One person asked her dad that is a professor, is a teacher in a school district, and they asked him, please find me a job, help me. So the dad was able to talk with the superintendent and the superintendent will interview this person. The other person, she asked the professor and the professor recommended several lists and several connections that she has. Which one do you see will get the job? But more importantly, which one will get the job that the person deserves according to the skills and profession? Exactly. The person who they have the weak connection with the third party is the person who will get the better job. Now the person who have a strong connection, it may get a job, but we are not sure if that job will be actually matching their skills. And that's the difference between weak tie and a strong tie. Basically, the strong tie is the one that you have interchange of resources very frequently. Do you know very good the person? Then there is a redundancy of information. Remember, redundancy of information. And the weak tie, your connections are really more occasionally, so that redundancy of information does not exist. So the person knows things that you don't know, and then vice versa. And that's when they created the theory of the weak ties. In the same thing, well, the same way we have a second theory besides the weak ties, which is very connected, is the degrees of separation. There's a theory that analyzes there was 6 degrees of separation between one person who absolutely don't know each other until you actually can reach that person. The theory was a nice theory to know, but it wasn't, once they tried to prove is that true, that didn't happen. But the truth is, those weak ties can connect you with another ties and another ties and another ties, and then you can create your strong network. Now the question now will be how we can create a good tie. How we can create a tie that it will perceive, it will persist, and it will be part of our network, and we can actually use it in the future. We will discuss it in the next slide.